Amid back-to-back downgrades to the country's growth forecast, Finance Chief Sonny Dominguez tells Bloomberg that the lower end of the target, which is 6%, can still be hit. He speaks with Kathleen Hayes on Bloomberg Daybreak Australia. Take a listen.
Definitely the trade war has increased the uncertainties in the market. Fortunately, the Philippines is not a big trading country. However, we've seen our export sales drop because a lot of our exports go to China and are put in packages or computers that go to the U.S. And, if the U.S., with the trade war, their sales are down, so our sales are down as well. The other thing we've experienced is that interest rates for us are a little bit higher than what we expected. I think it's the uncertainty factor in the market that is driving this. And of course, there are headwinds. And although the Philippines is well positioned, we are still feeling the ill effects of this trade war.
So how ill are the effects? Is it, when you look at the third quarter, when you look at, maybe missing your growth target for this year,
yes.
How much does it have to do with what the slowdown in spending at the beginning of the year?
Yes.
And how much progress have you made on catching up on the spending plans?
On catching up, we have started to make very good progress starting towards the middle of August. And we are hitting our spending targets now. And we definitely will make a very good effort in catching up, and we'll probably end up with a growth figure around 6% for this year, although the first half was about 5.6%. But I think we're going to make it. But again, foreign investments coming in have slowed. I think it's because of the uncertainty factor in the world market.
And that's the thing that hits you, whether you're a big exporter or not.
Or small, yes.
Do you expect to reach your deficit cap this year?
Yes. Breach? No.
To reach it?
No, yes. We will probably...
two very different words.
Yes. Sorry. We will not breach 3.2%, but we will probably hit 3.2% this year.
Are you considering some form of fiscal stimulus to mobilize the unused funds and support the economy? Do you think it's... Given everything you said about the negative headwinds, do you need to produce some fiscal tailwinds?
Yes, we are basically ramping up our spending, and we have come to an agreement with our Congress that the slowdown because of the delay in the budget approval this year, they will allow us to carry it over for next year. So that is definitely part of our fiscal stimulus.
And that'll involve using the unused funds?
Yes.
Okay. So when you just mentioned about the interest rates being a little bit higher than expected and overseas markets, I think that's what you're referring to. What are you what are you expecting in terms of tapping overseas borrowing next year?
No, we will still continue our borrowing program. And again, we will tap the U.S. market for around January or February. And then we will go over to the Panda bond market, and then the Euro market, and then towards August, probably the Samurai market. Yes, we will continue our program.
Any new markets? Are you looking to diversify?
Not for next year. Not for next year. But remember that we just re-entered the Euro market last year. And this year, and last year we just re-entered the Samurai market.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
Well, another big story in your country, if you shut down your first tax-dodging online casino, you're trying to bring more foreign workers under the tax stamp.
Yes, no, we've shut down our second one.
Oh,
yes, yesterday we shut down another one. So basically, we're going hard against people who are evading taxes.
Is it working? Do you think there's more people that...
the first one paid up. They paid up. They owed us around around 25 million US dollars, and they paid up.
Okay, so you've cracked on your second one. How much do you think there's more revenue out there? I mean,
oh yes, definitely. I think we have around $40 to $50 million a month that we are targeting to collect. and we're nowhere near that sum yet. So we are really going after these people who are evading evading paying taxes.
You know, speaking of taxes, you're also pushing to raise taxes on e-cigarettes, right?
Yes.
And there's been, of course, now the reports of vaping-related deaths in the U.S. Singapore and others have maybe banned them altogether. Is this having an influence now on how you're looking at what you're doing, raising the taxes and maybe taking more steps?
I believe our legislators are taking a hard look at vaping. And in fact, a number of legislators just came back from a trip to Geneva to discuss these items with the WHO, and I'm sure the results of the discussions will inform their actions on the taxes. But I don't think we are going to ban it. Our view is that it's been around, it's too widespread already in the Philippines to ban the e-cigarettes, particularly the vaping products.
Have you had any of this sudden observance of vaping deaths? I mean, people who vaped a lot suddenly dying. Are you seeing that in your country?
Fortunately, not yet. But we understand that a number of people who have had health problems have been mixing their own. And I don't think they do that in the Philippines. Mix your own concoction to vape.
Well, I have never vaped.
Me neither.